Alright.
Recording is started. Is it going?
Medic! Doctor! Medic!
Alright.
Doctor!
Look. We had a lot of failing to know basic, like, Highlander vocabulary, which is fine. I didn't teach the team that stuff, so I'm gonna go over that right now. There's some pretty basic stuff that I neglected to teach the team because I don't know, I assumed that the Sixes players know. I've just, you know, lapsed in my judgment, thought everybody would know it, which it ultimately is my fault. Anyways, I had some questions about what add and disadd means. Its advantage and disadvantage generally talks about the Uber, but you can also say player add or health add / disadd, which means that you have an advantage. The combo was something that was fuzzy. The combo is what is generally the demo man, the pyro, and the medic, as these three are the most powerful like group of people on the map. They centralize the game. Every team fight centers around those three players and how they play, in Highlander at least. The flank, that refers to the scout, the evens. Oh yeah, as opposed to add and disadd, you have evens, where it's just both teams are even in players, or even in health, or even in Uber. And that just means that, you know, it's fair fight, I guess. I hope that makes sense. The flank generally refers to the scout, soldier, and heavy, the people primarily responsible for shutting off secondary routes of the map. Sometimes they will play together, sometimes they will be split up and playing different routes and stuff. Like on payload offense, in upward second here, the scout will usually be under here while the soldier, like pushing the cart and clearing out this area, while the soldier and heavy will push up through here. Side tunnel is what this is called. Yeah, if something is asked of if I ask the flank to push up or anything like that, that refers to the scout, the soldier, and the heavy. That's the people who need to listen when flank is being brought up, when flank is being referred to. Our pick classes are snipers and spies. This is not as important, but it's still good to know just what pick classes means, because people say it a lot. A note.
Wait, sorry, say that one more time.
Pick classes are the sniper and the spy.
Okay.
You know, it's pretty, like, not important to know what the pick classes are, but it's still, like, you know, something good to just know. While I'm here writing down what each group of the map is. Note, the engineer generally plays outside of these categories, as he can perform with any of these three groups. On King of the Hill, he generally plays as part of the combo, defending the medic. Payload defense, he plays as part of the flank / combo, depending on the point. And in some special cases, he can even place like a mini to defend the sniper. So, you know, it depends. Engineers should know, based on what map and what the game state is, if they are playing with the combo or with the flank or with the sniper. Sac is short for sacrifice. It means we send in somebody with the goal of getting value out of trading their life. Trying to pick off something important like a medic, a demo, or a sniper. Buff means overheal. I'm going to use the word buff a lot when talking about the pub spot hold. So it just means having overheal. Like, it's just an easier way of saying that, a way that most Sixes players say it, as opposed to saying the full word of overheal. Crit heals is a concept that I didn't know until disturbingly late into the Sixes season, last season. If you not take damage for the last 10 seconds, I still don't play around my crit heals in Sixes, but at least I know what they're talking about. If you haven't taken damage in the last 10 seconds, or if you have freshly respawned and have yet to take damage, medic will heal you 3 times as fast, I believe. So, you know, very important if you're getting a buff to have crit heals. And this also applies to self damage, like if you rocket jump or sticky jump, or any other form of damaging yourself, like taking fall damage, it will count towards your 10-second cooldown of crit heals. Beam, another word for medic. Sometimes people will call the combo the beam, but that's like fucking like 8 years ago, like old head shit. If somebody says beam is killable, that means that the medic is, you know, killable. Beam is out of position, whatever like that. Spot B just means spot the medic. I hear a lot of people confused when it's pretty easy to grasp, but there's like always like a second of fogginess when somebody says something about beam that I notice. There was some confusion about the game mode used in payload. The stopwatch timer. This means that both teams try to capture the full map, and whichever team either captures more points or captures the same amount of points but faster is the winner. There's no ties, there's no overtime in stopwatch. There was some confusion when people were like, wait, we're on the point, why did we lose? When we just pushed to third way later than the enemy team did when they were on offense. So that's stopwatch works. Whichever team completes the map first and faster is the winner of the round, as opposed to how it works in casual, where you can keep pushing on overtime until you win. You know what I'm saying? The concept of edging cap is more important on King of the Hill. I know, funny word. Kick dude. Generally the
I was
scout's job.
spectating.
But you know, is scouts mobile enough to play flank and edge cap if we do not have cap? It is the idea of getting cap time on the King of the Hill or the control points on an attack defend map, like Niddle and Steel, where you get a little bit of time without actually like committing to standing on the point and trying to capture it, to either you know, make it easier for you guys to capture when you do decide to commit and capture, right? Is all of this making sense? Is anybody who's newer to the game confused on any of the words so far? Any of the concepts or vocabulary so far? Okay.
White bitch scout, my beloved.
He loves cap.
Watch yourself. Watch yourself.
A bomb. I wrote this later because I realized that that's not a term that's used in casual, but a bomb is when an explosive jump with the goal of landing on somebody and killing that target. Like if I'm bombing the medic as Demoman, I'm doing this, and then jumping on the medic who's right here, imaginarily. Force, drop, and use are terms based around the medic's Uber. Forcing the medic is when you get them to use the Uber, or okay, wait, I should say using first. Using is when the medic, you know, pops the Uber charge when they turn flashing red and invincible. That one's pretty easy to understand, but some people will say like they popped Uber, which is like 20 fucking syllables. Just say they used. Dropping is when we kill the medic on full Uber charge. And forcing is when we force the medic to use Uber charge in an unfavorable situation for the medic. This is a concept that is more important on third point upward offense, and in King of the Hill when we do not have the point, but it is a 7-man, where we send everybody besides the engineer and the medic to go try and kill their medic or go try and force their medic. Try, drop, or force their medic. You know what I'm saying? This is when we have disad. We do not have the point, and we have lower spawn times. So we send everybody besides the medic and engineer, so that the engineer has time to build up level 3 buildings, and the medic has time to build up their own Uber. Well, everybody else on the map goes after their medic in an attempt to force or drop them.
And what's it called again? I'm sorry.
A 7-man.
Got it.
If I say 7-man, that means everybody besides the engineer and medic go. Your time to go kill the enemy medic. Sticky, sticks, and traps are just all words for sticky bombs. I remember playing 6s and getting confused on the word sticks. Because, I mean, it feels dumb to think about now, because I'm like, oh yeah, sticky, sticks, it's like the same thing. But if somebody says sticks on point, that means that there is traps on the point, that means that there is sticky bombs on point. Alright. During our games last night, we played pretty well, like, mechanically, as our team is, like, you know, pretty solid in terms of mechanical skill and game sense, or whatever, like, basic game sense. We had some problems knowing what the very basic role of each class is, which is understandable as it's NC, and I didn't teach you guys this stuff. So I'm gonna go over what, like, the literal, like, most basic stuff for each class is, and then I promise the more interesting stuff will happen when I go into class-specific stuff for Upward, which will paint more of a picture of what your class does in each spot. But just the absolute most basic information, which is something that, you know, I feel like we just don't fully grasp yet as a team, which is fine. It's an NC. I understand. No judgment. The scout, quote-unquote leader of the flank. You can set up 1v1s, you can duel people, set up 2v1s. Very good at fighting, very good at controlling areas of the map, very good at leading your flank buddies, your heavy and soldier, to help you fight other people who are isolated. During team fights, instead of engaging, like, instead of going in like the pyro or the demo would, you should be waiting for our team to take crazy damage on their combo, on their team, and then go in and clean up the isolated players leaving, who are low on health. You know what I'm saying? The soldier, very mobile, high damage, high splash damage character on the flank. Great at spamming out pushes, picking off players with bombs and stuff like that. On King of the Hill, use gunboats. Payload offense, you can do whatever you want. Payload defense, there's a lot of points where the battalion's backup is very strong. I so rudely brushed off the battalion's backup. I said that the banners were kind of ass, but I learned that is actually not true. They're pretty strong. Even the highest level soldiers use banners a lot, especially when we're all holding as a team together on last pushes or holds on a payload defense. Pyro. Despite propaganda done by the heavy mains, Pyro is the strongest tank in Highlander. The biggest damage sponge, as he is constantly being healed and buffed as part of the combo, as a disgusting button that just denies any damage from projectiles, which to air blast. And the Pyro is the person most primarily tasked with protecting our medic. If it is only one person's job on the map to protect the medic, it's the Pyro. You know what I'm saying? You can help if you're somebody else, I guess, but, like, don't ever drop your job to protect the medic, because the Pyro, just by themselves, can do 80% of the job that the full team can do protecting the medic. Like, Pyro's disgusting for supporting the medic. Demo, highest damage output character. A lot of team fights revolve around our team's demo getting more support than the other team's demo. In our team, as is standard in Highlander, our demo is our main caller, because I'm the demo guy. I'm so awesome. I play the cool guy. He's so sick. He's sick. Heavy, 300 to... I'm gonna read this verbatim from my notes. 300 to 450 health bar beast. Absolutely fucking stinky. Best suited for shutting down areas of the map through damage, presence, and an inability to be killed without a focus fire. As heavy, learn and experiment with head glitches. They are, like, some of the most important things that you can do as heavy, especially on King of the Hill and especially on payload defense. You will win any heavy 1v1 if you have a head glitch and they do not. It is not the heavy's job to protect the medic in Highlander. And I'm gonna sound pretty mean when I say this. I'm frustrated with our heavies thinking that it is their job to protect the medic. Because it's
Okay, in my defense, I was the only guys that exist for heavy are like 10 years old at this point.
I get it. It's fine. And it's my fault for not going over this sooner. It is just simply not the heavy's job to defend the medic. No matter what mama bear fucking instincts you've developed from playing pubs and seeing so many lost souls die on the battlefield as medic. Time spent rotating over.
As a
and
pub
helping
medic,
the
it's tough out there.
True. The heavy is the best defender of the medic in a pub. Not even close in Highlander. The Pirate's goated. Pyro is disgusting. That character's gross. Time spent rotating over and helping the medic as heavy. Not only are you slow as shit, you also just don't do that much when you are there helping the medic. And when you are not on your flank route as heavy, when you are not standing there revved up fighting people who are trying to push a side lane, like let's say side tunnel over here, or on first flank side over here on the playground, this area, if you as heavy walk down here to try to help, like you see like a push over pill bottle, if you walk down here to help that, you are letting the entire enemy team's flank, their soldier, heavy, and scout, just walk through this area of the map and then clean up from behind. Your primary job is to hold down the flank, stay revved up, and fight people trying to get behind us. Or not behind us, but you know what I mean, like on an opposite flank of the map. NG. Engineers' buildings are extremely important support tools. Sentry can be used both supportively to protect important teammates, but also defensively as an area denial tool, punishing people who walk too far. Shotgun, Wrangler, and Gunslinger is preferred on Koth and payload offense, as it gives you more room to fight and defend yourself and defend your medic with mini sentries. On King of the Hill specifically. But on payload defense, I really only want to see Rescue Ranger, Wrangler, and then Jag, or whatever other version of stock wrench, maybe Eureka effect. I wrote stock/jag/urethra effect is preferred on PL defense.
True. Urethra.
Yeah. And here, this is gonna be singling out one person. I promise, if you watch this recording, Allison, I love you, but when the sentry was right here, and I saw you wrangling it like this, Allison's not in the call, right? Okay, I'm sorry. If you're watching this recording, Allison, I love you. I'm not trying to single you out here, but when the gun was right here and you were wrangling it, trying to stop people, and I said, grab it with the Rescue Ranger, thinking that you had the Rescue Ranger, and you said, I have shotgun, that killed me inside, and I genuinely think we would have won that round if we saved the sentry and then set up back here without having to build up a full level 3. I genuinely think we would have won that round of the defense if that did not happen. That was like the single most biggest loss of time on the timer, is having to build up back up that level 3 that we just lost because we don't have the Rescue Ranger. I really only want to see the Rescue Ranger on payload defense. I guess unless you're throwing yourself on point last second to fucking fight people. I don't know. I only want to see Rescue Ranger. The medic, extremely important class. In 6s, I think medic is slightly more important and more vital to the game, but Highlander is still, you know, game-changingly powerful. Only healer, of course. You have a fucking ult. That's awesome. Now this is not like what is usually done in higher levels of Highlander, but in our low level team, where we are not super duper vigilant about sniper at all times, it would be extremely helpful if you comm and relay the information that you gather about snipers. Speaking of sniper, the sniper is the most, like, fucking dangerous class. And honestly, in my opinion, the most important class in Highlander. Your job is to take out important picks on the enemy team, shutting down their sniper and their sniper sight lines. And so shutting down lanes of the map with just fucking pure aura and fear, you know what I'm saying? Our spy is our primary source of information on the team. Your job is to be calling out Uber percent, player health bars. You can, this is like basic spy knowledge, I'm sure you know this, but you can check your disguise. You can disguise as like medic and see what medigun they're running. You can disguise as engineer, see what they're running. I mean, they're always going to be running like the same thing no matter what, but you know what I mean. It's mostly important for medic, medigun. You can see if they're running crit streak, you can call out to the team by disguising and stuff. Fun little thing. You're also a really powerful pick class. Unfortunately, not as consistent as sniper. Don't be afraid to ask for us to pressure, or otherwise just announce your stab attempt before going in, so we can help you and distract the enemy team before you go in and try to kill somebody. Because most spy plays without pressure don't work in Highlander. Some other important things before I go to the upward specific stuff is our comms order should be like, this is how loud and the amount of words everybody should be saying, and you should be hearing from each person. Or I guess not amount of words, but this is the importance of the words coming out of each person's mouth. Number 1 main caller, you should be, if I say something, you should listen. Noel number 2, if Noel says something as spy, you should listen. And take into account the information our spy is giving. Number 3, Dot, not as like medic is super important for like comms, just Dot is a very knowledgeable player, and when Dot comms something, it is most likely good information that should be taken into account.
Dot is our medic, right?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Noel tends to be a bit quiet. For some reason, my comms just get lost in space sometimes, so I urge you guys to be extra attentive when we say something, because, you know, our words often fall on deaf ears. It's sometimes unfortunate. So if you hear our two voices, either if you need to turn us up on Discord, or if you just need to get more used to hearing our voice and isolating us out from the team, that's fine. But please be extra attentive if me and Noel are saying something. I have a visual aid here to explain myself. Check the general chat. This is a t-shirt I made. T-shirt I designed.
Peek! Peek!
I really like how it carries over to the sleeve. I think that's quite unique.
The words go. Your arm has to be in the right spot. You can't read it.
Alright. Payload is a very complex game mode. It's fucking annoying. I hate this game mode, but we play Highlander, so we have to learn payload and get good at it. Which sucks. It's so unfortunate, I know. Some basic concepts of payload is that red deaths are much more valuable. Sorry, I should have given you guys some more time to giggle at my perfect art piece. Yo, I should make that a t-shirt, Loki. That'd be beast. Give that out to
Make it our
everyone.
uniform.
Red deaths are more valuable than blue deaths, as they have a way higher, I think it's like literally like a 4 times higher spawn timer. And it's to the point where literally any trade for blue is huge value. Like, dying for 1 kill as blue is ginormous value, as opposed to any other game mode in Team Fortress 2. The general strategy of payload offense is to sack or get your sniper into a valuable position until you, like, get your sniper into valuable positions and to sack into the enemies until you've created enough of a player ad to be able to push in with an exchange, or push in with Uber, with ad, to be able to take over the hold and then push them out, kick them out of wherever they're holding. Unless we are in a fight nearby or otherwise involving the payload, we should always have a 3 times cap multiplier on cart, especially if it's a longer part of the map where the cart is not, like, you know, being targeted by the enemy team, such as tunnel through second. So a scout and an engineer should very often be together on the cart. Be wary of spies, as nothing gets me licking my chops more than an engineer staring at the back of a cart in casual. Yeah, it's a stopwatch timer. Every second matters, so the longer we have our 3 times capture multiplier before we push in is huge, and the less time we have to wait for the payload to catch up to our push. Payload maps are fucking huge, is my next point. Teleporters are extremely important, both as something we need to protect and as something we need to destroy. If we have, I guess, teleporter ad, as you could call it, especially on red team, that is super duper important. Because blue team with a teleporter is like literally like it takes them 4 seconds. Like it takes them like 10 seconds to be back on the battlefield. And red without a teleporter, it takes you like literally 30 seconds to get back on the battlefield. It's disgusting. Generally, living and giving up a hold is more valuable than piping for a few extra seconds and holding the point. Like, particularly on this first point, if we leave as many people up here, like if we have 6 people leave this way, and only 3 people died on the hold, and then we can reset up, that's huge. As opposed to everybody dying to defend the cart for like 15 extra seconds or whatever. Because that extra like 40 seconds of setup time that it would take for everybody to respawn and to get us get our buildings back up is, you know, longer than 15 seconds. I love a good
Cut your
patriot.
losses.
I love a good patriot willing to die for his or her cause. I really cannot stop thinking about how bad our second and third holds were in that upward match. Because we just did not have time to set up because people kept dying to get like a couple extra seconds of holding the payload. And it was really sad to watch, because whatever, man. Like, in casual, go for it, bro. Fucking die for your cause. I love it. But in Highlander, we need to be living as red team. Red team should have, like, literally, like, you should have, like, 3 times less deaths than your class alternative in payload defense. Like, than your same class on the enemy team. Alright. Are we, any questions on that before I go into the upward specific stuff? Because I wanna take like a second to process that information, because that was a lot, especially for the newer players. It was not a lot for our veteran players, but
My
Can I say
brain,
yeah.
A lot of our Ubers were not really supported. It was just the combo going forward, and I was yelling to hold W, and it worked a little bit, but we were not fast enough to support an Uber that is going not only well, but massively in our favor. And we have a lot of space to gain, and no one is capitalizing on it.
When
I just
there
want to
is
put that
an
out there.
Uber fight right here, our flank should be taking this opportunity to contest playground and wrap around this way. Like, our heavy should be wrapping this way, or our heavy should be wrapping here. Our soldier and scout should be up here. If you're running the GRU, you can do a funny little jump where you can do this as heavy with the GRU, but not as normal heavy.
I think you can do that
Wait,
with
where's
that group.
Soldier
It's
and
just a
Scout
lot
supposed to be?
harder.
Contesting playground up here.
Okay.
When there's an Uber fight.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can do that jump without
You
GRU. It's
can?
just like way more precise. Yeah.
Yeah.
I might be wrong. I haven't done it in a while
I can-
though.
It's kind of close on demo, and demo's way faster. So, I don't know. I know
I think
that
you can
jump
hit
is
it with
easily
normal
possible
heavy.
with the GRU, but,
Yeah.
like it's trivial with the GRU. All right. Raph, you had a question? Did you?
Huh?
Did you have a question?
No, I was saying I think it is done. It can be done without the girl.
No, I'm saying before John
This is
started
weird.
speaking about the Uber thing, I heard you start talking.
I don't remember now. I got lost.
Damn.
Yeah. Any other
So-
points?
My
any other
bad.
grievances anybody had with how our team played upward?
I do have a question about the medigun. So
Yeah.
I know that the vaccinator is like never used because it's actually kind of terrible.
Yes.
But how often is Kritzkrieg and Quick Fix ever used compared to stock?
Quick fix is generally untouched except for like desperation plays on last defense, where you're trying to get everybody like just able to fight and jump on the point for like that extra like 10 seconds of value or whatever. If both
Yeah.
medics die at the same time, Kritzkrieg is used on the rollout for defense, so that you can set up crit stickies. But generally, medigun is the most used, like 90% of cases. If both medics die, it is totally valid to switch to the Kritzkrieg, because if both medics die at like the same time, it's totally valid to switch to the Kritzkrieg, because we will get our Uber first, and then we'll be able to kill the medic with, you know, 1 crit sticky. Like, if I lob this crit sticky, I like a medic pushing over point, and then kill them immediately with crits, and then they drop at like 80% Uber. That's fucking huge value, right?
Yeah.
But generally, it's just the minigun, stock minigun. Crits is, or sorry, not crits. Vax is just kind of shit because buffs
Yeah.
are so important in Highlander. In taking for that's also why the quick fix is kind of ass. Because even though the buff comes out quicker, it's half. And in Vax's case, it fucking takes like a year to get somebody to a buff, to get somebody to full buff.
You can make that jump without the grip.
You can, beast.
I can just test it. It's easy.
Yeah.
So there should be a point to be made that the vaccinator's main like upside of having damage resistance isn't really that effective when there's a pyro and spy like all the time.
True.
And also when there's communication in between for the teams.
Because you can, a sniper can just like sit here, and then like our pyro and demo could make a play where they both spam the medic at the same time, and then while they're trying to switch through, sniper peeks and then blows their shit smooth off. And it's like they never had a good minigun in the first place. They never had the vax in the first place.
Right.
Unless they use all 3 Ubers to get like 2 seconds of genuine like high resistance, but then why not just use stock Uber, right? Vax is really powerful in casual, and it is disgusting when used well in 6s, but it's kind of ass in Highlander.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else have any? I wanna hear about anybody's like gameplay grievances that we had, because that would help bring into
Call out hits on medic, please.
Yeah, call your damage up.
I throw. I'm not gonna lie to you, and it's probably a problem that I need to fix. But I throw myself at that medic any chance that whenever I see them out of position, or if they're trying to build up for a push, if I'm able to, like on a flank, I'm trying to go for the medic. If you hit the medic at all, please call that shit.
True.
Please.
I've got something
I beg
else
of you.
too.
What's up, God?
A lot of my sniper avoidances is, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty subconscious, and I don't do it intentionally, and I do it without seeing the sniper. So you guys should try to keep that in mind as well. And when I do it, I will call it, and I'll try to keep in mind and call it and be like, we should watch out for sniper. That's a sniper sightline, or care sniper. But I do it unintentionally. So if I don't realize I'm doing it, you guys also need to check yourself.
Because ultimately, it's not the medic's job to call out the sniper, but we're an NC team, so you know mistakes happen. People aren't always as aware of the sniper as they normally should be. The Sacred kind of scares me in terms of the sniper area, because he's playing a lot of pubs, and he's like, oh yeah, I just snipe out the enemy sniper as with my Tommy slot, and I'm like, bro, you cannot do that.
That's so dangerous. That will not fly in Highlander, because
I've been yelling at him. I've been yelling at him about that, and he's been getting better at that.
Okay,
so I'm giving him that.
Well, you're about to learn today fully. Trust me.
All right. Anything else before I
yeah.
start the upward specific stuff? Let's see. What time is it? How much time do we have? We have
About
like,
50 minutes.
Yeah. All right. On upward specifically. Oh yeah. There's some callouts that don't fully know. Let me go over there real quick. That was kind of aura. All right. This is tiles up here. This whole area is tiles, but this room especially is tiles. This room is clock. There's a big clock right here. This staircase is called Harry Potter. Because, look.
There's a little, cubby in it.
Hilarious. Window. Crates. Sometimes people will call this balcony. Whatever, forget it. But it's called crates. I don't know what people call this. Fucking stairs, whatever. Cool. Bats.
Spiral?
Battlements. Bats. Right here. This is where the most common sentry spot is, like right here. This is called pub spot. This little out perch thing. This staircase right here is called desperation, because you can get a head glitch on cart as like a last ditch attempt to stop them as heavy, like this. This whole area is just called under. It's not really too important where you call under. This room, I don't know what you would call this. Maybe it's called lobby. I don't know. This is called elbow or connector. This little macaroni noodle shaped thing. Shit house, roller coaster, house. Sometimes people call this bridge. And then that was the calls that we missed the most often. I like to call this place shack. I don't know if that's what it's called. But if you hear sniper shack, that's what I'm trying to say. Side tunnel. This whole area right here is called window. And then that's all the comms that people missed a lot. Alright. Finally, okay, upward specific stuff. First offense. The idea is to bust out here, take control of this hill as the combo, get out in exchange, try to take out their gun, slowly create a player ad and an Uber ad until we can eventually take out their gun, and then roll the rest of the way through. First is not a difficult place to break through, but a competent team will be able to hold us at first the entire round like we did to that one shitty NC team. Enemy pushes cart, place dispenser right here. Sniper play from shutter on the staircase, try to kill their sniper until we're able to push you up to pill bottle, then your Thanos, kill everybody. Demo plays here. Take an exchange in. Demo, beast, pyro, also here, medic, also here. Scout, soldier, heavy, this side path. Contest playground when the exchange comes out. If we get our heavy right here, it's literally we won first. It's over. Unfortunately, it's very difficult to get our heavy up there. But if that happens, that's fucking awesome, dude. We won. Easy.
Dude, these callouts look egregious. Highlander's the worst.
Snow, you just gotta play more Highlander.
Dude, I know.
No.
I opened the fucking.
Flaxo, you just sent the
callouts.tf
Minotaur's
thing.
lair, bro.
Yeah, I know. I was looking at that shit. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Kill me.
This
Oh yeah,
sucks.
we had some call
It's
out
a hater.
issues here.
Yeah.
Sorry, I wanted to mention this while everybody's here. We had call out issues in our game. I want everybody, like, it is kind of your responsibility to learn the callouts. I will go over them for each map once or twice. But if you ever need help with callouts, if you forget something, callouts.tf is a great website for this. Highlander callouts kind of suck. They're really funny. They're like way too long for some spots, but whatever. We're gonna use the general, like, the accepted callouts on callouts.tf for the most part. Except for connector on product, because that's FNAF for me forever. Okay, that's everybody on first offense. First defense, we played first defense actually pretty well. I was pretty proud of us. Level 3 should be here, dispenser should be here, teleporter should be here or here. Our heavy should be playing here, fighting this side path, dipping back down for dispenser. Our sniper should be here until sniper gets either killed or pushed back. Then you can play from here to try to contest the pill bottle push. You can play for, I see Opal go here a lot. It's funny, it's awesome, it's beast. Boom. It's awesome.
Dude, I fuck people on that spot.
True. Scout should be rotating around flank side here. You can contest here. Avoid taking Scout v Scout fights here, because if you die, GG's, we lost our Scout. Their flank is like 20 times stronger than ours now. Soldier, you should be playing up here on flips. Trying to shut out their... You can spam here if you want to, and you should be able to jump over, like, you can make this jump around here, like this when you C-tap. Sometimes you have to wall jump off of this.
Don't tell Clark about
Bro.
C-tapping.
Bro, yeah, you think I can do that shit? Fuck no.
It's fine. If that's difficult, you can rotate here and then jump from here, and then land on the medic, and it's like just as good. Well, not really, but it's less surprising, but you get in the same spot with the same health bar. What else? Demo pyro medic, or I guess medic can sit right here, giving out buffs. keeping their head down. Demo Pyro sits here. I like when the medic is here though. I like when the medic is up with me. It just makes me feel more assured, and I feel more powerful, and I feel like we can take a quicker exchange, get more value. I feel like I get to push up a little bit further. Anybody else? Oh, Spy. You sit on the rock, bud. Right here. Buck and dagger. Sometimes you can get freaky and sit here if you want to. My biggest note for Spy and Noel in particular. Fuck, I do not want to hear dead. That's not what we're trying to do here. You're a beautiful and confident Spy player. Fucking tell me to dead, bro. I need to hear it.
W callouts, by the way.
I'm sorry.
I need the dead. Call it like you mean it. Call it like you want them to.
Yell at the top of your lungs to wake up your neighbors.
Start screaming, Noah.
That. I was literally thinking about that the entire match. I feel really bad.
Start screaming. Get your screams and go on mute and start screaming. Dead!
Second
Dead!
offense.
Yeah, for real.
Combo takes this hill. Sniper also comes with the combo here, so does Engineer. Engineer should try to set up like a mini sentry right here if you want to. But then you rotate back down to push the cart. Our Scout should be on the cart. Our Engie should be on the cart. Our Soldier, Spy, and Heavy should, as a group, push through this together. Fight the enemy Heavy, who will be looking right here. This feels like a disadvantageous spot, but since you have a Soldier who can spam the roof right here, and you know you can just peek this corner before you take too much damage from the head glitch, it really is an easy win as Heavy if you get there and have teammates with you. Spy revolvering and our Soldier spamming the Heavy. Kick out their Heavy who's sitting here, or kill him. Even better if you kill him. Their sniper is going to be sitting either here, or in this area right here. You know, be wary. Funny spot right here. I don't think you could shoot through this, but sometimes people will sit here to try to get like a surprise pick as sniper. It's kind of corny. But just be aware that that is a possibility. Second defense. We should sit the combo right here. This area right here. We hold here until we get pushed back. Okay.
Crazy.
Beautiful.
To the slur.
This is Fappy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get them on slurs.tf.
That's awesome.
True.
Dude.
If we spot them trying to push up here, I can move here and trap this as like a free win. But if we do not spot them pushing up like through this, right? Like if you don't see like a fucking Heavy's like left boot going up this staircase for like 1 frame, you know, it's whatever. It's very hard to hold side tunnel for an entire round. Our gun should be somewhere here maybe. Dispenser can go here if you're nasty, but generally you can put dispenser on this corner. What else? I think I'm just gonna move to third because we have not a lot of time left before our game.
10 minutes.
This is called roller coaster. This is called main. We're gonna push the combo through main every borderline every time. The job of the flank on this part, this door will open up when we capture second. Walk out here, kick out their Heavy sitting here, kick out their Soldier sitting, or kick out their Heavy sitting here, kick out their Soldier sitting here. And then on third defense, vice versa. Soldier standing here, Heavy standing here. Don't let them push through this. Don't die for it, of course. This is a very easy spot to jump out of as Soldier, like just a, like, you know. I can't do it as well as Demo, but you know what I mean. Super easy to just jump out if you're afraid and scared. And even if you mess up the jump and hit your head on this roof, you're right here and you can walk away. Our medic will be playing here, keeping their head down, because if we lose our medic on third, if we lose our Demo on third, it's GG's. Genuinely round over. We get pushed to last. Pyro will play here. Pyro will take most of the damage, the brunt of the attack. Walk back for buff. Demo will stand here, trying to help support the Pyro. Walk back for buff. If you are the Heavy, do not ever ask for medic to come around this corner to buff you. Walk back through this, say main is, I'm going for a buff, say main's not being watched, something like that, call that you're not there. get a buff, walk back out. Don't ever ask your medic to come around this corner, because this is how medic gets their brains blown out, bro. Boom. 30,000 sightlines. Sentry will go here. For the last hold, if we get pushed back, tiles holds. I already told you guys how to do the tiles hold, but I'll go over it real quick. Heavy stands here. Engineer can be up here. Usually puts a dispenser up here, but generally you put your sentry over here and you support from bats. That was a close sticky snare. I can put bats up here. Soldier will stand in this corner. You can stand on the chair if you want to, if you're freaky. But your job is to close out this doorway. Pyro floats around here. Our job here is to try to kill the enemy medic, or otherwise take an exchange and hold tiles as long as we can. Tiles is a much easier hold than the pub spot hold, like just mechanically. But if we get pushed out of tiles, I'm gonna call us to leave tiles very early to try to save as many lives as possible. Like if we have disad and it looks scary. Pub spot hold, sentry here or here. The job of the pub spot hold, everybody spams down here, heavy's here, or if you're freaky, you can be here and then resup and play on your own down here. But you're the fuck.
My demo.
5 minutes.
Does everybody have okay, well I guess the resup bind is something that we can't really do right. I guess we can do it right now. I don't know. Well, I'll go over this later. I'll get everybody the resup bind, but until then, for the pub spot hold, know that you can create a bind where you can hit a button on your keyboard and then respawn without doing the respawn timer, and then that gives you full crit heals, so our medic can heal you to full, so you can go back out. You should be spamming that resup bind on our last pub spot hold.
Do you know if banner progress is saved on reset?
No,
No.
it's reset.
Yeah.
Also, when
It's
you
so
reset,
dumb.
you get crit heals come to me. You can always come to your medic, say crit heals, or just stand in front of me and press E.
Yeah, medic will probably
Make sure
be
you press E
standing
all
in
the time.
Here. Pyro should be standing right here, blocking this doorway. Body blocking for medic. Medic will be standing in here, cycling heals for everybody coming out of spawn. Until we get an Uber, then we can exchange in if they try to push us out, right? But yeah, that's the basics of payload. Is there any questions about anybody's job on any part of the map right now before we go into our scrims? Literally
Hear me?
anything if you're even slightly unsure of. Yeah, I can hear you.
So Harry Potter, right? When I call that, is that referring to the stairs or just under the stairs?
You would say Harry Potter if they're coming up these stairs, and you would say under Harry Potter if they're in this cubby.
Okay.
But generally, like, you could say spy decloaking under Harry Potter. That's like the only time you would call that. Harry Potter generally refers fuck to this staircase coming up this staircase.
Okay, but when I'm holding it, I just need reference because we're playing it's like 6v6, right?
The tiles hold will be like a 6v6 fight.
Okay, I usually get bum rushed on those stairs. That's why I'm concerned.
It's fine, and that's
Who's
and
playing there?
If you're a medic here, you're a medic. Do not drop anybody. Spam flash, and then we escape. Because if we drop anybody, it's round over. Like if we drop somebody important like pyro, demo, or heavy, round over. We need to just spam flash.
I will do my best.
Okay, beast. Like don't worry about our Uber being worse because we just need enough Uber and invincibility time to escape and walk back.
Their whole team is here, by the way.